Hello and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series Storm Division Qualifier number 2. I am the Crushinator and tonight I'm bringing you this qualifier action. These teams are vying to get into Storm Division proper, which is going to be starting up in a few weeks once these qualifiers conclude. We've already got Anti-Clown Association in with last season's heroic division winner Wildheart Omega. And we're going to be looking to fill out the bracket as we go along here. So we've got, starting things off, Can't Censor Ship versus Error 404. And we're going to be filling up the lobby here. Looks like we're making sure we've got the correct players. And then we'll get going. Hope everyone's having a good evening. It's had a good day so far. Let's figure out who all is supposed to be in the lobby. Then we'll start. I'll let you know about the map bans here. Can't Censor Ship did win the flip and chose first pick, banning out Garden of Terror and Battlefield of Eternity. For Error 404, I keep wanting to say 404 not found. It's Error 404. Banning out Alterac Pass and Braxis Holdout. And we're going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen for map number 1. Alright, I think the teams are all ready to go. Just had to let them know that they couldn't have a random spectator in the lobby. But we're going to be getting going on to Tomb of the Spider Queen here in just a moment. This team's looking to kick things off after the world's longest ARAM concluded.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
But we're in. Tomb of the Spider Queen will be our first map of the day as I load my players in. Got Nathanatos, we've got Marlowe, Hotcho, Xenaris, and Nano. HBT Nano for Can't Censor Ship. And for Error 404, we've got Rhett, Breakwood, Automatic Z, Mercy, and Pepper. Loading into our first game tonight. Can't Censor Ship, thinking about their first ban here, being Tomb of the Spider Queen. It would not surprise me if we see Junkrat taken off the board at some point here. Gonna start off with the Hogger ban though. To give you an update on the patch, currently the level 7 Jaina talent is banned. The Ice Flows talent cannot be picked. And Dahaka, he who collects on 4, I believe, is also banned. Not to mention, you know, don't exploit the Stukov bug on 1. That's also just a thing that has been said. You can still pick the talent, but if you are intentionally exploiting that bug, that's a problem. Going to see the Blaze ban out here from Error 404 and a Stitches ban from Can't Censor Ships. So a pretty big shift from what I've been seeing this week with, you know, people still banning out healers, Stukov, Lucio, Brightwing. None of that so far here from either team. Interesting to see Stitches banned in the early rotation. I mean, the way that I've seen a lot of Stitches lately is you just get to the late game, which isn't that hard on Tomb, and you just go fishing over the walls. There's a lot of sort of false walls here on Tomb of the Spider Queen where you're out of vision, but you can throw those hooks over that are very difficult to dodge. You can throw them into the enemy base or out of your own base on certain angles. And wow, Junkrat actually making it through the draft here. HPT Nano going to pick that up first for Can't Censor Ship. Surprising. So what Junkrat does is make it very difficult to do sort of a dogpile pick style, like something like a Varian going in with a Kerrigan makes it, you know, pretty difficult. So Error 404 will definitely have to watch their positioning here. Mercy going to lock in the Lucio here for Error 404, and Automatic Z will be on the Tychus. Tychus does dissuade stuff like, you know, Diablo over on the side of Can't Censor Ship. We are going to see that Dahaka come through for Nathanatos. Has done very well with that pick so far this week. The Malfurion here from Xenaris. Interesting. So Malfurion taken, even with Brightwing on the board. Malfurion does do a bit more zone control than Brightwing. And the global of Brightwing isn't quite as valuable on Tomb, but the save power and the polymorph are still very, very good. But I guess Can't Censorship has a different plan in mind here. Having the root does help set up some Junkrat mines too, so I can see the value there. Tracer, going to be the ban here from Error404, who does definitely pair well with Malfurion. And does get some roam value here on Tomb. Can't Censorship. Right now they're looking at Lucio Tychus. Doesn't say an awful lot about what the plan is, as Tychus can help out with a pick, but also just helps out with the siege. With that Odin, has a little bit of wave clear with the overkill and the grenade. So we'll see what Can't Censorship is worried about. They're going to ban out the Diablo themselves. So you don't really want to pick it into a Tychus, but giving it to the team with the Tychus is also pretty damaging. So Can't Censorship going to remove that option. Mei is probably the biggest tank still up and available. Arrow 404. Pepper going to start off with that Urel. See Pepper on that Urel quite a bit. So expecting great things there for sure. And Red going with the Johanna here. So going with that Unstoppable on the Iron Skin, Unstoppable granted on the Falling Sword, which has become the ult of choice lately, though with a Malfurion Junkrat back. Could see possibly a Blessed Shield for more of a snap engage. Marlowe and Hot Show looking to round things out here for Can't Censorship. Gonna be Marlowe on the Imperius and Hot Show on the Rexar. We did see this combo yesterday from Can't Censorship in the HC High, and it was run to pretty good success. So we've got that triple bruiser with the Junkrat damage for Can't Censorship. We'll see what Breakwood is going to do to round out this draft for Error 404. They've already got the Tychus to help whittle down some of these bruisers, but some extra damage into the front line would definitely help. Actually, they're going to go the other way with it. Breakwood going to bring out the Mephisto to try to pass these bruisers and put damage onto the low health bars of Malfurion and Junkrat. That's a pretty cool strategy. I like that. Making sure that the bruisers can't just surge forward like crazy. Alrighty. Looks like everyone's happy with their picks. Fantastic. Alright, loading into our game number 1 here. Looking at our two teams. Can't Censorship's got the bully comp. Able to set up stuns for quite a while, even with those roots, so the reposition power from HPT Nano is going to be very, very good. On the other side, there's plenty of Unstoppables available. Lucio with the cleanses and the speed boosts. Could be that Arrow 404 is able to just keep their space and keep that macro up. Be interesting how these two teams clash here. Who's got the computer? Is it me? It's probably. Alright, looks like we're about in. There we go. Alrighty. Game number 1 here. On the left in the blue, we have Can't Censorship. Arlo going to be on the Imperius, Nathanatos on the Dahaka, HPT Nano on the Junkrat, Hot Show playing the Rexar, and Xenaris on the Malfurion. On the right in the red, Error 404, Pepper playing the Urel, Breakwood on Mephisto, Rhett on the Johanna, Mercy playing Lucio, and Automatic Z on the Tychus.
3, 2, 1.
Game number 1 is underway here. Looks like we've got the Swarm build for Dahaka to start things off, Enduring Swarm there on 1. Johanna going with the Laws of Hope, going to be looking for some extra self-healing as the globes are collected through the game there, as Mercy repositioned by Junkrat, but able to skate on out of harm's way. Now the wave clear battle continues. Marlowe going to surge forward and find the extra hit there. Rhett actually taking a ton of damage there as Misha came on through with the charge. And looks like right now Can't Censorship is ahead on these rotations. Misha going to go ahead and cut this off here. Marlowe getting a quick charge. Automatic Z going to turn things around onto Marlowe, though, put a little bit of damage into the Angel. So interrupting the CCS rotations a little bit. Pepper actually having to come on up from the bottom lane to try to catch up on this wave clear. Because without Johanna, it's pretty difficult here for Error 404 to step up into these lanes. Pepper trying to stay out of vision here. Oh, Marlowe's actually going to charge right over the wall. Nice check there. Extra stun coming on out. The root will not land, though. It's showing up just a little bit late. And Pepper is going to escape. Breakwood with the scout. We'll see Can't Censorship after the gank attempt. And the rotations will continue. We will see these teams an awful lot. Just double checking that bottom lane to see if they can get a pick onto the solo lane, as it really does upset the plans for either team to have that solo go down. Full commit here from Can't Censorship onto the bottom siege camp, as we see members of Error 404 going to work on their right side bruiser camp. Pepper able to turn in 9, maybe? Nope, HBT Nano there in time. Marlowe going to get the quick charge there. Follow-up stun by Misha. The root is going to be there on time. Pepper could be in trouble here. Leaps over the wall topside, and Rhett going to try to peel away. Right there, even right from level 4, and basically no damage dealer in range. The CC chain is very, very strong there, as we see a pull onto Rhett. Rhett is just body blocked completely, and Johanna will go down as first blood. Nano's going to go ahead and pick up the bottom lane soak here versus Pepper. Oh, Tyka's actually taken out there in the mid. I was starting to move back thinking there might be an engage, but good reposition there from HPT Nano means that Tychus goes down, and now Can't Censorship starting to put together a little bit of a roll as they clear out this mid bruiser. Dahaka sitting on 18 gems right now. Both teams starting to approach their ability to get their first turn in. Back bruiser camp now going to be worked on for Can't Censorship. Looks like Nathanatos being harassed by Mercy, not able to turn in on the bottom side here. Lucio going to be very difficult to deal with for Dahaka. Breakwood able to turn in 24 there. That's a pretty important pickup for Error 404, as Mephisto is one of the squishiest targets available. Oh, the root into the stun does actually catch Lucio. Can't Mercy get out of there? No. Lurking Misha gets the kill, and Can't Censorship grabs their level 7s in the process. Looking to turn in down here. Xenaris got another 3. Marlowe's got 10. Looks like it's HBT Nano on the Junkrat holding the majority. Is Marlowe going to charge in? Oh, this could be trouble. Breakwood repositioned there by Junkrat, and Mephisto with nowhere to go will fall. Luckily getting those gems in before going down. Nano should have enough here. Yeah, we're going to see Can't Censorship pick up their first objective of the game. We'll see what their priority is going to be right now. Xenaris heading on up. Looking like a possible top lane. We'll see how much they want to split here. If Can't Censorship is going to commit hard to a lane or just try to get as much soak as they can before level 10. Looks like we're going to get a pretty strong commitment to the top lane here for now. Hacho starting to move across. Alright, so we're going to the mid. It looks like they're playing pretty reactively, just waiting for people to show on the map, for information to be given out. It's Marlowe looking for a charge, not quite going to find it there. Follow-up stun onto Johanna is good, but the Iron Skin was available. Oh, look at that reposition onto Mercy, right into the root. Dirty plays there from Can't Censorship to take out Lucio. Very nicely done. Roots will not land onto Mephisto past the fort there. Rhett could be in trouble. The charge doesn't land, but there's enough damage. Killed under fort there is Johanna. Misha will go down, taking aggro for the team. Now Breakwood trying to get away once again here. Oh no, Breakwood came over the wall there. I was about to be like, oh no, not again. Pepper with a huge knockback, hitting 5 there with the hammer. But will it be enough to get away? Jumping back, Nathanatos has actually drawn the ire of this fort. One more shot, and that's going to be it. Dahaka is down, just as level 10s come on through for Can't Censor Ship. Nice pick up there to try to stabilize things for Error 404. If we take a look at the ults, it is going to be the adaptation for Dahaka. Followed by Wrath of the NGS as once again, oh, that's 35 gems caught, going to be pulled over. The extra stun is enough, and Yrel is going to drop 35 on the ground here. No one from Error 404 able to come and pick those up. What a combination. We saw that Wrath of the Angiris coming on through from Imperius. Rexar grabbing the boars there as Nano being harassed by Mercy on the rotation. Marlowe, used the charge, could be in no man's land here. The extra stun comes on out and in all sorts of trouble. Imperius is going to fall. Nathanatos is going to get a quick drag onto Rhett, but Johanna stays out of range. Durance of Hate is actually going to land. Breakwood putting some big damage onto Xenaris. Mercy with the pushback as well. The boars come on out there from Hotcho to try to counter, and they will counter as Lucio goes down. Odin is popped by Automatic Z, but it won't be enough to save Rhett. Johanna goes down in the top lane. So it is actually going to be a Blessed Shield from Johanna. No falling sword here. Instead wanting to rip that shield for the save rather than getting the delayed weight to go up into the air. As we see Hotcho turning in the last few gems for another set of blue web weavers. As once again, Can't Censor Ship looking for Pepper in the bottom lane. But we'll go ahead and start the siege onto this fort. Blue web weavers are on the way. Level 13 is definitely a possibility, depending on the length of this push. Can't Censor Ship looking to come around the outside. Rhett going to be repositioned there. Has to pop the Iron Skin early. Not sure why that stun didn't work. Was the Blessed Shield put out there? Yes, Blessed Shield got the stun onto Imperius. That interrupted the stun there. Marlowe fishing once again, but we're going to have... Oh, Wrath is actually going to land there onto Tychus. The follow-up route is good. And there's the drag from Nathanatos. There's just so much CC, and Tychus, no chance to even press their buttons. Is going to go down as Pepper, manages to avoid the charge and get over top of the wall. We're starting to see the CC train from CCS do serious work here. Had to get a gulp of water, sorry about that. I don't know what's up with my voice this week. It's just not really holding out the way that it used to. Maybe I'm not talking enough during my day to warm up the old vocal cords. Boss thought about by Can't Censor Ship, but they think better of it here. Looking for a drag onto Johanna, not going to quite get it. Meanwhile, we see Error 404 trying to take their bruiser on the right-hand side. They do pick it up before the invade can come on through. Good timing there. Can't Censor Ship able to pretty much do whatever they want. They're just rolling as a death squad here. Error 404 looking to engage. There's the hammer with the Durance of Fate, but it's only going to land onto Misha. Double stun coming on out onto Dahaka in the back, but all that health regen from the essence from the ult. Yrel taken back by Imperius. The extra stun is in, but the Absorb Shield does come up and heal up Yrel nearly to full. So Error 404 has pulled every ult out of Can't Censor Ship right now, and no kills were taken. Right now, Can't Censor Ship does not have enough for a third turn in. They have to get some more lane soak in. Error 404 does have enough if they can find the lane space, but their lanes are so pushed in, it's difficult to approach any of these turn-in points. Mercy moving on in there with Rhett. Is Breakwood getting a little bit of damage as Marlowe... Marlowe may have gone a little too far here. Breakwood is going to be repositioned by HBT Nano, but is okay for now. Nathanatos is on the chase, though. The Dark Swarm enough to pull down Mephisto. Root comes out onto the Tychus. Automatic Z going to sleep in the middle of the fight there as Dahaka is traded out for Tychus. Rhett gathering him up and slowed him down with the Condemn, but may not be able to get away here. Mercy trying to pump it up and allow Rhett to escape. Two pretty low health bars do manage to get away. Pepper escaping to the mid lane there. So a 2 for 1 for Can't Censor Ship. See what they can do with it right now. They're able to just sort of control their lanes. Nicely played. There's 6 gems off their next turn-in. Hotcho should be able to get the majority of those there and has the majority of those gems. We should see a turn-in in the bottom lane here. Hotcho actually going to go ahead and move up. I was expecting Rexar to try for the quick capture there. Misha grabbing a couple. Marlowe clearing up the mid. Hotcho actually going to set up a camp here, so Can't Censor Ship playing fairly greedy with their gems here. Maybe they just don't think they can get the value that they want off an immediate turn-in, but Error 404 looking to create space to get their own turn-in here. It's got to be one of Johanna and Yrel, and uh-oh, Mephisto's taken away here. Not quite going to land onto the roots there. Not sure how that reposition worked. Nathanato's now spinning all over the backline of Error 404. Riptire comes out from Nano on the chase. But Error 404 does manage to disengage here. And that should be Hotcho turning in. There we go. There we go. Rexar going to drop off the 36, and we're going to see another set of blue web weavers come on through for Can't Censor Ship. Double root is in, and there's the charge from Marlowe. Rhett was able to hit the iron skin on time and move back to safety. Once again, all ults are down on the side of Can't Censor Ship. We'll see if Error 404 can make something of this defense. Wall is already gone here before the web weavers even arrive. Traps are starting to come out from Nano. Allowing a little bit of space to be created. Pepper jumping in from the edge. Marlowe going to countercharge there, but Mercy has the Unstoppables to go around. Misha going to be the first to fall. Xenaris in all sorts of trouble there. Rhett going to hit the Blessed Shield and move on in, and that's going to be Malfurion down. Marlowe taking big damage as well. Will fall. It's a 2.5 kill here for Error 404. Nathanato's falling as well. Only Rexar, Body, and Junkrat still alive here. It's Hotcho being chased out by Mercy, but the wall is in range. Error 404 fight back. They're going to save all their keeps. Mercy thinking about a boss here. Starting it, waiting for the team. Right now, Hotcho and Nano thinking about a Bruiser Camp steal. They know Error 404 must be committing to a boss. And they are. We'll get it done before anyone on the side of Can't Censor Ship could possibly get there to defend it. Looking for a boss and turn-in here is Error 404. Rhett going to go ahead and drop off the majority of those gems. We've got a double push in the top lane. Let's see what Error 404 can make of this advantage. Rexar almost getting the bottom lane there. Top wall being worked on as the boss is a little bit ahead of the objective, which is now on the way. But with Error 404 to protect it, the boss should be fairly healthy coming out of this keep. Marlowe moves in, not going to quite land with the charge. Nathanatos here as well. Boss stun, not going to land. A good little dig there by Dahaka. And now we've got the objective that's starting to catch up to this boss. And keep is being threatened. Odin going to be used by Automatic Z, scooting forward to get that wall siege started. See what the CC train can do here. Unstoppable lands onto Rhett, so Johanna able to get out of things for now. Marlowe, was interrupted out of that Wrath of the Angiras, so that's on a 10-second cooldown. Keep is being pressured. Marlowe taking some damage, but able to back off a little bit here. Pepper is in trouble. Wrath of the Angiras going to come out as well. Does Pepper have the ult? Yes, the Absorb Shield is up and available. There's Junkrat trying to get those Riptires. We're going to see Imperious first to fall here, and Error 404 is charging possibly at core here. They're a little bit light on the health bars as Mercy trying to get everyone healed up. Endurance of Hate comes on out, not going to quite land onto everybody. It's Automatic Z very, very low on the edge. Pepper going to jump on this core, but the push is down. Can they get away here? Junkrat not able to get the dismount. Error 404 gets out. Quite the push there. Off just a couple of kills. Turning things around, looking for another turn in here. 32 being channeled. Nathanatos is here for the dig, though, so they're not able to get fully turned in. Brett's starting to move back. Error 404 disengages once again. We'll see if Can't Censorship can turn it around. They're still quite a far away from their next turn-in. Boss is up in over 2.5 minutes. But they do have their level 20, so Can't Censorship absolutely thinking about looking for a fight as they pick up their bruiser and they pick up the bottom siege camp to try to force the hand of Error 404. Guarding the bottom side here. You see trying to turn in his Pepper. Very, very close. Marlowe not going to be able to interrupt, and we do have red web weavers on the way. Nathanatos chasing out Automatic Z in the background. Wrath not going to land here, and there's the counter of the Blessed Shield coming out from Rhett. A lot of ults committed, but not a lot of progress made as the Unstoppable comes out onto Pepper. Yrel taken into the back. This could be big trouble for Yrel, turning it around, and that's going to be Pepper going down. Can't Censorship picks up their first kill. Charge going to land onto Rhett here. As Breakwood trying to throw out as much damage as possible onto Can't Censorship. The Mimic damage is a lot, and that's going to be Rexar actually going down. Breakwood repositioned into the back, but Rhett and Mercy are being chased out by Nathanatos. Dahaka having a field day in the back there. Automatic Z trying to turn it around as Mephisto taken down on the wild chase. Wow. Meanwhile, we've got an objective in the top lane Marlowe's going to have to deal with. Mid lane objective being cleared away by Can't Censorship, who somehow came out ahead in that engagement. Bottom keep did go down on the side of Error 404. Oops, sorry, camera. Rhett gonna get on out of there. Oh, Dahaka digs right in there. Unstoppable has to be popped by Joanna. As we see Camp Steel coming on out from Can't Censorship. They will go ahead and do that. This is the part of the game that gets tricky. There is a win condition open for both sides. Boss is up in less than 30 seconds. Who will be able to commit here? Error 404 clearing out the Bruiser camp. Almost with another turn in as Can't Censorship. And I need some more water, goodness me. Marlowe going over the wall, not going to quite find Rhett though. Will bait out the Iron Skin, and there's Wrath of the Angiers going to land right into the root, but Mercy is there with the Unstoppable once again. The CC combos are harder and harder to do here, with Lucio getting so many quality high fives. Rhett committing the Blessed Shield, but it will not land onto anyone of note. Marlowe taking some huge damage in the background there, and Xenaris has the extra healing. Can't Censorship, we've got the extra Rip Tires coming on out here, the resetting Rip Tires, and that's going to be Tychus going down. Nano trying to catch up to the fight now, as Breakwood being chased by Marlowe. Seraphim going to be used by Yrel. Pepper wants to get over the wall here. Uses the movement speed with that hammer, but Lucio is chased down and taken out. That's 2 kills for Can't Censorship. Yrel moving away here, but Can't Censorship. They're thinking about the core. They're moving along the bottom lane, and they're going to start to whack away at the shielding. Only Johanna, Mephisto, and Yrel are here for the defense. Pepper comes in on the backside, going to pop that Absorb Shield. Can't Censorship pretty successfully halts damage. Big Junkrat tire, and that's going to be Yrel going down. Breakwood taken out as well. Red in the mix here will fall as well. The extended ace from Can't Censorship is going to lock up game number 1. GG's. All right, taking a look at the post-game stats. Can't Censorship definitely ruling the early and the mid-game there with this big bruiser combo. Error 404, they had a real chance there at the end. They opened up the top lane. They were on even footing past level 20 for both teams. And they had, they had a couple chances. They looked for the fight that they wanted. Can't Censorship just a little bit too durable. Come out ahead in the late fight and take the victory. Very, very nicely done. There's Nano on the Junkrat leading in all categories. Top Siege, 91,000 hero damage and 16k experience soaked. Looking over at the side of Error 404, it was Mephisto with over 80,000 damage. Nice job by Breakwood there. Take a quick look at the talents. We'll update the score. And then we'll see where we're going for game number 2. Let's take a look here. So we did have the battle hunger here for Imperius. Not one that we see an awful lot, but it is pretty good. How can we redeem workouts? Well, if I ever end up streaming on my own channel again, maybe you can redeem them there. Yeah, we saw that extra oomph on 20, big resetting rip tires. We're doing some good work in that last fight. The Mimic from Mephisto nearly took down a couple members of CCS a couple times as well. Well done, well done. Alrighty, as we wait for our next lobby, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go drink a bunch of water. We come on back, it's going to be game number 2 between Can't Censorship and Error 404. Don't go far. Alrighty, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2 of Can't Censorship versus Error 404. We're going to be going to Cursed Hollow here for game number 2. Let them know that I'm ready to go at their earliest convenience. We'll remind you all of the map situation here. Garden of Terror, Battlefield of Eternity, Alterac Pass, and Braxis Holdout have been banned out this evening. We saw Can't Censor Ship victorious on Tomb of the Spider Queen, our first map. And now it will be time for Error 404 to be first pick on Cursed Hollow. We do have one substitution. DH Funds going to be coming in for Automatic Z on the side of Error 404 as we jump into our next draft. See what Error 404 wants to lock in here. I haven't actually cast a Cursed Hollow game in quite a while. It's generally not banned in the map bans, but it also tends to not get picked either until later in like a best of 5 series or something. Wiping away my beard, I got a big gulp of water. Error 404 considering their first ban here. See what their thoughts are on a big old map like Cursed Hollow. Gonna take away the Malfurion, actually. Gonna put Xenaris on something else. Malfurion's not unheard of in the first ban position, but not very common either. Makes me wonder if Error 404 has got something sneaky up their sleeves, like a Vikings or an Abathur or Illidan, something of that ilk. You'd be great on TikTok, Valkymer. You'd be great on TikTok. Stukov going to be the ban from Can't Censor Ship, as is tradition. See if Error 404... I can't imagine they would ban the Lucio. They'd probably leave it up for themselves if they wanted it. So we could see, you know, the Stitches ban come through, Blaze and Hogger. Still something to think about. They're going to remove the Junkrat, though. Junkrat taken out by Error 404. Junkrat doesn't have, you know, the double soak capability here on Curse, but able to interrupt the channels so effectively that Junkrat is definitely a problem. And also having some boss control is never unwelcome on Cursed Hollow. Can't Censor Ship. A lot of power picks up and available. We'll see what they want to remove. It's going to be Blaze off the table. So we've got Brightwing, we've got Lucio, we've got Stitches all up. Pepper going to bring the Dahaka this time, though. So that will switch teams over to Error 404. Athanatos happy to grab the Hogger, which is so often banned. See what else Can't Censor Ship is thinking here. I've got to think it's going to be a Brightwing. They're going to go with the Sylvanas. Interesting, interesting. I was thinking you take the Brightwing here so it can't be counterpicked or banned in the mid, and so you have something to match the global of Dahaka. Instead, they're going to grab the Sylvanas. Can't Censor Ship possibly setting up for some kind of a macro style here. Fun's going to be bringing in the Tychus this time as Mercy will be happy to grab this Brightwing. So does that force Error 404 to ban Lucio now? Stukov's gone, Malfurion's gone, Brightwing's gone. Would make sense. Unless they believe Can't Censor Ship has a different healer in mind. They're gonna ban the Lucio. I was thinking maybe, you know, maybe they do something crazy like a Diablo Kerosene, but then Diablo got banned by Can't Censor Ship. So we will not be having that. So what do you do here if you Can't Censor Ship? Do you go for the boss control? Do you go with something like May? Stitches is up and available. Do you just go fishing? I'm going to go with the Anubrak here. Hot Show. Going to lock that in, and Nano going to be playing the Raynor. Raynor, an interesting choice here. Raynor can definitely put some hurting onto Dahaka in an extended engagement. This remix, this is one of the Lucio remixes that was officially released by Heroes of the Storm. If you go to the Heroes of the Storm YouTube and look for the Lucio remixes, you should find 2 of them. And this is one of them. Muradin going to be the choice here for Rhett, and Breakwood bringing in the Maiev. Interesting, interesting. Maiev going to have to be a little bit careful into Raynor here, as the sustain auto attacks are what Maiev definitely doesn't want to get mixed up in. Maiev with that Vault of the Warden's able to avoid a lot of burst damage, but Raynor's consistent damage can be a problem. It will be Morales here. Last pick for Xenaris. Okay. Interesting. So Marlowe's going over to the Raynor. We're going to see Nano pick up the Sylvanas. Funds is actually going to be on the Maiev. Breakwood will take Tychus. Could we be seeing like a modified Juice Pirates here? You've got the Anubarak Beetles to take Fort aggro. Raynor's pretty good at sieging down structures. Sylvanas very good at sieging down structures. The only one that sticks out there is Hogger. I guess you still need some macro on the team. Interesting. See what Can't Censorship does here. Doesn't seem to be a full Juice Pirates, but they've got quite the macro single target siege setup here. This one might be for you, Valkymer. This one might be for you. Loading on in. Game number 2 on the left in the blue. We have Can't Censorship. Xenaris going to be on the Morales. Marlo playing Raynor. Hacho on the Anubarak. HPT Nano on the Sylvanas. And Nathanatos on the Hogger. On the right in the red, we have Error 404. Funds on the Maiev. Rhett playing Muradin. Pepper is on the Dahaka. Mercy playing Brightwing. And Breakwood is on the Tychus. Looks like we've got a 2-3 split here from Can't Censorship heading to the bottom lane. Anubarak, Morales, and Raynor. We've got Hogger and Sylvanas up in the top lane. Funds scouting out the top side. We'll see the 2 there. Bottom side are showing. So doing a little bit of a split here. A good split from Error 404. Means that not a lot of time sieging available for Can't Censorship. Funds looking for a pull. Now the Natos able to escape that. Charge coming in onto Mercy. Double stun there, actually. Brightwing gonna have to pop that trait to get away. So we see Muradin looking for a possible gank onto Nano in the mid. And now we see Can't Censorship starting to break off. They want to get their camps rolling. Marlo going to start up this Bruiser camp, actually. They are closer to it. Usually with the objective on the top side of the map, both teams do their top camps first and their bottom camps second. Could be that they're just going to take this and then not cap it. Yeah, there they go. So they started it up because they were close. They'll go ahead and grab that before the objective. Athanatos could be in trouble in the mid here as Breakwood popping up that minigun. Hogger get with the knockback. Is it going to be enough? It's barely enough. Hogger does manage to get away, and Xenaris going to bring in those heals. To see the siege camp taken on the top side there by Marlo, headed on up to try to get a little bit of siege damage. Right side camp not being started just yet, as the Bruiser camp is running into the wall here. Xenaris able to get behind the wall. But Error 404 starting to get their own siege damage in. His Fun's getting a couple resets, actually. Fan of Knives in that crescent shape, doing some good work. Hacho not finding the burrow charge on Rhett there. As the push continues in the top lane, Breakwood trying to deal with this camp push.
Gather tribute and earn my favor.
Marlowe going to go ahead and knock out the last of the bruiser minions here, as Funds grabs the siege camp on the right-hand side. Checking in on the top lane, the 2v2 continuing as Mercy comes on up to help out. Tribute is spawning here on the top side. See how many delays we can get in, how long it takes before anyone is able to capture this objective. Hotcho is discovered on the rotation there. Bruiser Camp is pushing up onto the wall here, forcing out a choice for Error 404. Looks like Sylvanas is not going to contest here. Nano a little bit late on the Haunting Wave. And Error 404 picks up an early tribute here. Funds with the vault will get away from the double stun here, but is sort of minor body blocked as actually Hogger going to go down on the bottom side. Hotcho could be next, stunned by Ret. Xenaris has that healing beam attached, and it's going to be enough. Anubarak escapes. The nice little triple stun was because why not? Didn't get to see the Hogger engagement there. Not sure how that exactly went down.
Gather tribute.
Next tribute is going to be spawning on the top side of the map as well. Uh-oh, Marlowe could be in trouble here as the pull from Maiev is in. Xenaris over the wall, though, going to try to keep Marlowe as healthy as possible, but Raynor with nowhere to go. Maybe this fight just goes on forever. Ret and Funds auto-attacking away. Can Xenaris keep Raynor healthy enough? There's the extra. Wow, Funds almost went down for the trouble, but Raynor ultimately does go down. Next tribute is up and available. No one's going for it just yet. Hogger trying to deal with Dahaka here in the bottom lane. Still no one really committing. 3 members from Can't Censorship on the top side. They're thinking about just going straight for this fort. Hotcho ready to move on up there with the Beatles. Nano has the black arrows. Ret and Mercy are here for the defense, though. Nano has to move back as the stun comes on out from Murden. Right now, Arrow 404 doing a really good job of denying what seems to be the primary win condition of Can't Censorship, which is just getting structures while Arrow 404 is not in the vicinity. Nano not able to get away there, and Sylvanas is going to go down. Pepper here as well, going to grant the drag, and that's going to be Morales falling as well. In the meanwhile, Arrow 404 picked up another objective, which means they're up 2-0, and they're thinking about taking their own boss here with their level 10 advantage. We are going to have the containment disc from Maiev. We've got the Avatar, we've got Isolation, Odin, and Blink Heal. Morales coming to join the boss attempt here. Marlowe and HBT Nano should be able to wrap this up before we see anyone arrive from Error 404. Cutting it a little close here. Nano getting the last hits. Dahaka's on the way. Pretty close. Honestly, they almost made it. Red gonna jump on in. They might be able to grab some kills off this as Marlowe is marooned. Hogger put into the disc here as Funds with the double pull. Hotcho flanking on through. Mind Control is actually going to land onto Red, but not before the Avatar comes out. Still, so much damage is in and Murden is out. Morales going to go ahead and get the curse point here for Can't Censorship as Marlowe trying to get a few extra autos in here. Pepper is stunned and Funds trying to get some resets as the boss is marching down the bottom lane. That's going to be Hogger going down here, actually. Pepper turning it around. Will be taken down, likely. Will be taken down for the trouble. There's the knockback from Xenaris. Dahaka will fall. Boss going to get a little chip damage onto this bottom wall. And so far, Can't Censorship losing a curse point, but still in a pretty good position to pick up the next one. Mid wall will fall. That is possession that was picked up by Sylvanas, forcing the members of Error 404 to get some extra wave clear to deal with those bulked up waves. Both teams working on their bruiser camp to try to push during this objective. Rhett is controlling vision here in the mid. We'll have to break off to interrupt Hogger here. Looks like Error 404 content to just give up this next curse point. We'll go over to Can't Censorship. Red actually going in here, finds the first stun. Red gonna get ported onto by Mercy. Marlowe caught out once again. May be able to get away. No, Raynor gonna go down here as Cocoon onto Tychus did go out, as well as the containment disc onto Hogger. But it is Arrow 404 who come out ahead with that kill. Mid-siege. Bruiser camp still very healthy here for Error 404. Error 404. Odin going to be committed as well, so they do want to try to finish off this fort. Breakwood shelling away from safety. HPT Nano trying to use that possession to turn off some of that minion damage onto the fort. Tychus moving on forward. Fun's getting a big triple pull there, as Brightwing is going to port in as well. Oh, Mind Control barely not hitting, as the containment disc will stop Anub'arak in their tracks. And mid-fort is ultimately saved. But for how long? We've got our next tribute loading in. Can't Censorship is in a superior position. Marlowe is in. Athanato's moving on up. Mercy does manage to blink heal on out of there. Fun's going to commit the pull. And Nano trying to get away there, but will go down. Arrow 404 picking up the first kill in this fight. They could be finding Hotcho, though. Hotcho going to go down. That's the second down. Athanato's going to be stunned in the background as well. Containment disc. Waiting for that unstoppable. There it is. Hogger going to be stopped there. But will continue spinning. I think Funds was trying to wait. They're going to continue to chase the Hortipult.
Acceptable. You shall know my curse.
We did see Dahaka ultimately pick up the curse here. Error 404. Don't get the kill on the Hogger, but they do pick up the curse point. Dahaka and Brightwing have split off to grab as much of that soak as possible. Right now, Can't Censorship. Gonna have to make some changes if they want to be able to get through this next big push. Camp in the top lane is definitely helping versus this objective. Full Morales boat down to the bottom lane to try to save this fort. Rhett moving right on in there. Curse still up for 20 seconds as Mind Control going to land onto Muradin. Maiev has put in the cocoon. Athanatos looking to spin all over the backline. Has to Hortipult back to safety. Will be pulled in by Funds. That's going to be Hogger going down here. Containment disc onto Raynor is a big problem. Arlo pops on out of there. Rhett going for Xenaris. Finds the extra stun. Needs a couple more hits as Raynor goes down. Rhett's going to go down for the trouble as well. Fun's not able to hit those knives onto the ailing members of Can't Censorship. Only up 4 versus 3 right now. Mercy's thinking about backing, and the boss has already been started. This could be what Can't Censorship needs to turn this around. We've still got a core fighting trio. Boss is being leashed. Alright, so Error 404 backs off of there. Now we see Can't Censorship saying, don't mind if I do. They're going to go ahead and start up this boss. We'll see what Error 404 wants to do about it. Right now, Breakwood is starting up the topside boss. Bottom side boss going to be pushing away from the objective here for Can't Censorship. Go ahead and finish that off. It's Error 404 doing the same here on the top side. Right now, we could see... Let's see what Can't Censorship wants to do. Do they want to push with this and give up the curse? So Error 404 can't afford to ignore the curse. It's 2 points in for can't censorship. So Dahaka's got to remain in that top area, or Brightwing's got to remain in that top area. We've got a fully aided boss in the bottom lane versus a solo boss in the top lane. Dahaka full tunneling claws allows Pepper to escape. Fun's looking for resets. Does get one, but no more. Boss down to half health as it finally hits the keep here. Morales going to load up the boat and send them on their way. So they want to clear out this mid. They want to possibly clear out this top. It looks like the boss should go down to the keep. Xenaris and Marlowe are going to make sure of it here. Tribute spawning in 10 seconds, and right now, that Morales Medivac showing the macro prowess after this rework. Fun's looking to come from the little cubby hole here. Fun's biding their time and waiting. Will be spotted there by Hogger. Could be seeing a double flank here. Xenaris looking for the channel here. Fun's has to move on in there. Will not connect the Umbral Bind. But Marlowe still being harassed by Ret. There's the pull, and the Polymorph Hotcho somehow able to escape. Will Sylvanas be as lucky? Will of the Forsaken, unstoppable in movement speed, does save Sylvanas. So both teams pretty light on ults, pretty light on save tools. Funz goes in here looking for a pull, does find Marlowe, but the follow-up from Ret does not land. Hotcho is saved once again there by Xenaris. Can't censor ship, looking a little bit healthier on this point. Ret being forced to back off here. Breakwood wants the interrupt and will get it with that Odin form. Blink heals from Mercy, trying to keep everyone nice and healthy. Breakwood just shelling away onto Hogger here. Just making an impassable amount of terrain. Ret goes in. Fun's going in as well, looking for a pull. It's going to be Raynor to go down first, as well as Hogger. Error 404. Pouncing at the correct time here. Anubarak is going to go down. Unstoppable used, but it's not going to be enough. Sylvanas falls. It's a quad kill for Error 404, and they may just be looking to end the game right now. They've got 2 catapults here in the top lane. This keep is already down. Brightwing headed on back to base just to get a little bit of mana before porting on in, and yeah, I think this is going to be it. We're still 15 seconds out from Hogger and Raynor being here, and the core shielding is gone. So Error 404 with the late game team fights do pick up this game number 2, which means we're going to go to a game number 3. GG. Nicely played, nicely played. The global style comes in handy. The powerhouse of Dahaka overcomes the new Morales side of Can't Censorship. You see Marlowe on the Raynor, top damage there, 50,000 for Can't Censorship. Breakwood on the Tychus, top siege and top hero damage, coming out over 46,000 there for Error 404, and we're going to be going to a game number 3. Take a look at the talents here. Go over New Morales. Got the life support on 1, blast shield on 4, vanadium plating on 7, medivac dropships on level 10, system shock on 13, and extended care on 16. If you're excited about New Morales, that is the build that Xenaris chose to go this game. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see here. Nano did go for the Windrunner on 13. And yeah, we did see basically a full knife build coming on out from Funds. The Naisha's Memento. Then we had the Blade Dance, a Loon's Wrath with the Containment Disc. Bladed Armor and Vengeful Knives, just going all in on those Qs. And Funds was getting an awful lot of resets there. Definitely towards the end. Well played. Shadow Orb Huntress as well. Let's get that score updated. There we go. And despite my excellent rambling and stalling, we do not have a lobby up and available just yet, which means time for a short break. We will be back soon with game number 3 of Can Censorship versus Error 404. Stick around. Alrighty, welcome back here. We're looking at game number 3 between Can't Censor Ship and Error 404. Lobby has finally formed up. We're looking to get back into the match here. I'll give them the old caster ready. We'll jump into our third map, which is going to be Infernal Shrines at the behest of Error 404 to load or to finish things off here. Oh, looks like we've got a bit of a swapperoo side of CCS. Looks like Troy 1010 going to be coming in for Marlowe. Side of Can't Censor Ship. Go ahead and switch out that player. That's fine. Troy 1010 is a rostered player. Alrighty. Hope everyone's been having a great series. We're running a little bit late here, but that's okay. The winner of this match will be immediately going on to face Storm Esports Academy. Storm Academy Esports? I'm going to call them Storm Academy. Don't hate me, Vikale. Storm Academy will be facing the winner of this match right after this one. So after we finish up here, we're going to be switching up all the graphics, getting ready, and jumping straight into that match. So make sure you stick around for that one. Looks like our lobby is coming up. And there it goes. Infernal Shrines will be our third match. If you've not already, and you want to contribute to this excellent event that we call Storm Division, exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. We'll take you over to our Matcherino page. Let me take a quick look. See if there's any free donation spots still available here. Let's take a look. There are still 40 codes remaining there in the Matcherino. All you got to do is have an account, go in there, click claim code, and you can add 50 cents to the prize pool. Just like that. That's it. You just create free money. The next 40 people to just go in there and claim the code just get to add 50 cents to the pool. Easiest thing ever. Exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. You can do that and support Amateur Heroes of the Storm. Make sure you check it out. All you need is a click. Can't Censor Ship. Gonna start things off with the Blaze ban once again. And Hogger will be banned out by Error 404. See if the Stukov and Lucio both get banned here. One would only assume. Can't Censor Ship. Pondering. Waiting. El Taquito coming in with the party of 7. Hope you had a good series, buddy. We're getting into game number 3 of our first set here. Lucio will be the ban from Can't Censor Ship. Taco was just casting another set of Storm Division games. So make sure you go follow him, twitch.tv/El Taquito for some more excellent Heroes of the Storm casting. Junkrat going to be the ban from Error 404, so for the first time in a long time, Stukov is actually up and available. Will we see it snapped up? Brightwing still available as well. Such choices. Such choices. Here for Can't Censor Ship. What will they choose? They will choose neither. Instead, they're going to lock in the Chromie here. Now, I don't expect a Stukov Lucio to come out. I mean, it's not unheard of to have like that Stukov tank. But I've got to believe Can't Censor Ship thinks... Oh wait, Lucio banned. I was thinking about Brightwing. Stukov Brightwing is pretty not going to happen. So I think that's a fair choice by Can't Censor Ship. Breakwood going back to the Tychus here, and Mercy happy to grab the Stukov for Error 404. So that does leave open a possible gank opportunity with like a Varian here for Error 404, so can't censor ship. Don't have the Junkrat to deal with that. Gonna have to keep that in mind. They will grab the Brightwing. Xenaris locking that in. Nathanatos. Excuse me. Nathanatos will grab the Dahaka. Error 404 will take away the Anubarak. I was actually thinking they might take that themselves. Instead, they go ahead and ban it out. Can't censor ship. They're looking at a two parts of the pick trifecta here in Stukov and Tychus. Gonna remove the stitches, so they don't want the ranged part of that engage. See, is Arrow 404, are they going to bring the Diablo? Are they going to bring the Varian to complete the pick trio? Do they have something else in mind? What's it going to be? You've got to let me know. Come on, Arrow 404. It's going to be Diablo coming in here for Rhett, and Leoric will be chosen by Pepper. Alright, alright. Leoric with the Stukov. A combo as old as time. You know who's up and available and also goes well with Leoric. We'll see what Can't Censor ship picks here. See if it's a possibility for funds. Cassia Johanna here for Troy and Hot Show. Chromie Cassia, probably enough to dissuade a Deathwing. Probably. We'll see what Funds wants to lock in for this last spot, though. I wouldn't mind a Deathwing. Just saying, I wouldn't mind it. We'll see what Funds is thinking here. It's going to be the Sylvanas. No memes. Only dreams. That's okay. Sylvanas is a much better all-rounder. We've got a pretty scary team here from Error 404. But yeah, Dahaka is such a monster lately. I don't know if it's going to be able to be overcome. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Looks like Funds went to the Dahaka, or Funds went to the Tychus, and Breakwood went to the Sylvanas. Okay. Tychus got me loose. Nano on the Chromie. Yeah. Alright, game number 3. Let's load in. Let's check our posture. Let's crack our necks a little. Ugh. Let's load into game number 3. Let's drink some water. Get all the things done. Let's do it. Alrighty. Game number 3. On the left in the blue, we have Can't Censor ship with Hot Show on the Johanna, Nathanatos on the Dahaka, Troy 1010 on the Cassia Nano, HPT Nano on the Chromie, and Xenaris on the Brightwing. On the right in the red, Error 404, Pepper playing the Leoric, Funds is on the Tychus, Rhett playing Diablo, Breakwood is on the Sylvanas, and Mercy is on the Stukov. Has Dahaka level 4 been banned? Yes. The one who collects talent on 4 is banned for this tournament. We've seen Dahaka's mostly taking Hero Stalker today. Checking the level 1s, we've got the W quest here for Chromie. Looking to stack those W's on heroes. Once again, the Laws of Hope for Johanna. And we actually have Charged Strikes here for Cassia, not going with that nerfed Q quest. Instead going for more of the auto attack style. And no quests to be found over on the side of Error 404. Just Diablo Souls to be worried about stacking. Rhett looking for the dismount. We'll dismount Cassia there. Pepper putting a little bit of a hurting on Nathanatos to start things off. Trying to get the wave pushed in that direction. Is Troy getting a little bit caught out here in the mid. But Xenaris comes in with the save. A very nice time trap as well. is going to keep everyone from Can't Censor ships safe. Right now, both teams just going ahead and working on their mid-siege camps. See if Can't Censor ship has the bottom lane covered as Fun's being pushed back a little bit here. Nano and Troy going to start that up. The Orc actually taken out in the top lane, so Dahaka turning that matchup around. Must have been a drag under the tower there. Actually, Nathanatos having to back. Time stop from Nano will stop the entrance of Rhett, but Diablo repositions onto the point here. Dahaka in as well is going to get the drag onto Stukov. Can't Censor ship does bully their way onto the point, though Dahaka had to dig on down to do it. It'll be a long walk back to the top side. We'll do a little bit of clearing on the way. Pepper looking to interrupt that rotation just a little bit. Forces out the burrow. Level 4 in for Can't Censor ship. Taking a look here. Looks like it's pretty much just the extra mercenary camp and the hero kill that are giving them a slight XP lead at the moment. Right now, Breakwood actually letting that bottom lane crash as Can't Censor ship is fighting here in the mid. There's going to be a lot of XP thrown against that wall if they can't rotate out. Hacho on the way. Yeah, a lot of that experience expiring here. Some nice little macro play coming on out from Error 404. Shaman camps now being worked on as Funds clears out that bottom lane. We do have a bottom lane Arcane Punisher spawning. We'll see who jumps on it first. Fun's trying to put a little bit of damage onto Hacho there as Rhett battling it out with Troy. It will be Can't Censor ship that starts up the shrine. But it looks like Error 404 is owning the space for the meantime. The Orc does have a camp to try to clear up there. Rhett actually going to go straight in there. Troy trying to move back. Does manage to do it. Breakwood into the backline, putting some damage onto HBT Nano. Mercy a little bit chunked, but will survive for the meantime. Troy 10-10 taking some big damage from those Sylvanas daggers. So right now, Can't Censor ship has the majority of the minions, but Pepper has made it on down to the fight. Oh, Red going straight in there is going to be polymorphed. Time Trap will not be activated as Pepper hits the drain life. Troy is being absolutely focused, but being taken very well care of by Xenaris. Right now, Can't Censor ship managed to take back the point. They got so many last hits, despite the members of Error 404 being there pretty much the whole time. Stukov wins has been called, but it's against Dahaka. Dahaka has been pretty much unbeatable this week, even without the one who collects. Gotta look out for that Dahaka. Punisher going to be taken out, as well as the fort wall. Oh, turning things around there is Hacho just looking. Oh, Rhett going straight in onto Xenaris. Right wing going to be okay here as Dahaka digging on down, looking for a pull possibly onto Rhett. There it is. Drag going to land onto Diablo. Will it be enough for the kill? Silent Zone from Mercy is not going to be enough, and Diablo will go down. Another good kill allows Can't Censor ship to overcome the minion disadvantage on experience. Can't Censor ship once again ruling the camps here at the second objective mark. We are going to be looking at a Mortar Punisher in the top lane for our next objective. See how much damage they can do here in the bottom lane. We got a big flank coming in from Error 404. Troy going to be pushed around and flipped by Rhett. Surge of Light comes on out to deal a little bit of damage. We'll see if Can't Censor ship can make it on out of there. There is the time loop going to push Breakwood into the back. Troy 10-10 being focused once again will finally go down to that grenade. The quarterback from Tychus, that extra range coming in handy. Johanna not able to get out of the silent zone means a double kill for Error 404. level 10s have come on through for both sides. We do once again see the adaptation for Dahaka. It will be Falling Sword this time for the Johanna. Blink Heal and Ball Lightning for Cassia. Over for Error 404. We're looking at the... actually, they're looking to use these minions to go over the wall and grab that well, which they do successfully. It is Apocalypse for Diablo. Wailing Arrow, Flailing Swipe, Odin, and the Entomb for Leoric. Right now, the teams are pretty well pushed out, pretty well camped out. Just making sure not to... They're looking for a pick. They're looking to try not to give up a pick before our next objective. Ret is in, going straight in onto HBT Nana, though. Diablo may be caught out here. Ret, oh, still staying fairly healthy, is going to go ahead and turn things around. Our next shrine is activating, though. So the team's got to worry about their off-lane push. They got to worry about their shaman camps coming into the next objective. Coming up in just a moment. Hacho looking to engage here. Chromie dishing out some big damage as Mercy putting down a huge silence. No one caught in the Entomb, though. There's the cleanse from Xenaris as well. Wailing Arrow going to come on out here. Cleansed away. Stukov's going to go down. There's the Unstoppable from Johanna. APOC will stun one as Ret and Pepper trying to move on back. Diablo looking like the target will go down. Great polymorph and drag onto Tychus as well. It's going to be a soul reset for Diablo with a full death onto Tychus. Once again, can't censor ship coming out ahead in this scuffle. Ret is back here. Xenaris does support onto the point. Troy wants to get this well down and does. See the objective being claimed here by Can't Censorship. Bottom lane pressure. Oh, Nathanatos is actually going to be caught in the Entomb here. Is there enough damage from Leoric and Sylvanas? Oh, barely not enough. Nathanatos getting on out of there with less than 500 health, having to pop the Essence as the push in the bottom lane continues. Adaptation is actually going to be used to move out and try to clear this away. Moves in there with the Burrow. We might have him this time. Fort is going to go down. Brightwing is actually porting on through to try to turn this around. Breakwood, now the one taking lethal damage, will go down in the middle of that haunting wave. And this is the power of Dahaka right now was basically 1v2ing, and that's going to be Pepper going down as well. The big help from Xenaris, but wow. What a duel there. And that means 2 members down as the Punisher is leaped over the wall here. Keep wall is going to go down. Sylvanas and Leoric about to respawn. Fun's taking a little bit of damage there from the Mortar Punisher as good swipes from Mercy are going to save Ret for now. Diablo taking some big hits. Going to go in for the combo. Lands onto Troy, but great Unstoppable, and the counter kill onto Diablo is good. That's a full death onto Diablo as this keep has been taken down to half health. Nathanatos popping the adaptation, trying to move in and get a little bit of healing done. Good halt on DPS from Error 404. Huge Entomb from Leoric, but that may just be the death of Leoric as Pepper taking a big chunk of damage there. Good attempt on the defense, but an even better push from Can't Censor Ship. Very nicely done. And throwing out the time trap to grab Fort aggro. Nice little play there. Sturgy just want both teams to win. Luckily, there are going to be quite a number of qualifiers here for Storm Division as we only had one incumbent team. We had 7 other spots to fill. You see Can't Censor Ship continue their pressure onto this bottom fort. Bottom fort will go down. Right now, Can't Censor Ship looking absolutely in control. More than a level ahead. They've got their level 16 advantage. They're looking to grab all of the siege camps once again here. Dahaka will grab this back camp with relative ease. Hacho moving on in there is going to gather up 2. Chromie putting big damage into Mercy. Oh my goodness, the middle of that W dealing huge damage to Stukov. Luckily, that last circle didn't quite hit there, or Mercy would have been going down. Still a Talontier advantage here for Can't Censorship as they put the pressure onto this mid fort. Right now, not a whole lot that Error 404 can do in this situation other than wait for the next objective. Troy clearing out the mid there. Dahaka grabs the bottom camp to keep Error 404 nice and busy. Hot Show does sneak in, does check out those rotations. We are going to have a bottom lane Frozen Punisher as our next objective. So on even footing, both teams' forts are down here in the bottom lane, though the well is still standing. We'll see if Error 404 is able to push forward and deal any damage to that well. You see it pinged there. Fun's throwing out the grenade, but the objective is starting. Error 404 already on the clear. Dahaka free pushing in the top lane, actually pressuring onto that keep. There's the silence combo coming on out onto Johanna. Save from Brightwing as well. There's Dahaka digging on in. Time loop onto Funds. Psychus going to be taken on back and taken on down as Rhett trying to counter with the engage on the Apocalypse. Sylvanas going to fall here. Leoric able to get out. That's a double kill for Can't Censorship, and the chase continues. Pepper so low here. Nano wants to get at least one hit. Oh, the auto attack from Xenars is enough, and that's going to be a quad kill for Can't Censorship. Top lane push is dealing lethal damage to this keep. Could we see Can't Censorship just barrel on through? Death timers are a little too short, I think. They're going to try to get this bottom keep, though. They should have enough time to do that. Tychus is spawning now. Brett is going to be hit with the double loop as Nano getting all sorts of resets on the cooldown. Hot Show trying to move back there with the falling sword. Nano could be in some trouble here as Pepper looking for an entomb. Good split there, good polymorph. Hot Show is out of range. Athanatos needs a couple more hits here. And there it is. We're going to have an objective pushing down the bottom lane for Can't Censorship. Funds and Pepper looking for a rotation, but the Dahaka is going to show on the top lane. Rest of the crew here possibly looking for a wraparound. Here comes Pepper, going to bait this Punisher backwards, but level 20s are here for Can't Censorship. This is a tough spot. Troy is going to be comboed onto, Breakwood hitting the silence as well. And Tomb is going to come on out, but it's not going to hit. Funds is being taken on back, has the Unstoppable once, but that's going to be Tychus going down. Pepper taking lethal damage as well. Double kill for Can't Censorship. That's Stukov falling. That's a triple kill. We got the objective on the way, and this looks like it's going to be Can't Censorship taking this game number 3 and moving forward in this qualifier. Brett going to be pulled back here. Diablo repositions, but it's not enough. That's going to be a soul reset. Good effort here from Error 404. Definitely looked very strong in game number 2. Things didn't quite go their way here in game number 3. I hope we see them again in future qualifiers. Nonetheless, Can't Censorship will be moving forward. GG. Very nice game. Can't Censorship putting out a good performance there. The Dahaka is victorious once again. Got to start hitting the ban window. It's got to do it. 16 kills to 12 there. We saw it was Troy on the Cassia, often the target of the CC chains of Error 404, coming out with the top damage there at 57,000. Funds on the Tychus, leading the way in siege and hero damage, almost hitting 40,000 there. But yeah, I mean, just really nice map movement from both sides, but ultimately the objectives just went over to CCS every time. And they snowball that to a victory. Very, very close, very well played. What can I say? Take a look at the talent screen. There's that Hero Stalker on 4 for Dahaka. Let's see. It was the Drain build here for Leoric. We had the Hopelessness on 7 into Unyielding Despair and Crushing Hope. Once again, the double stack on to Falling Sword for Johanna. You saw the double loop coming out there from Chromie. Change's Survival is it's a huge change to that ult. Being able to cast it so often is really, really powerful. What can I say? Very nicely done. Very nicely done indeed. Alrighty. That's our first series in the books, which means that Can't Censorship is going to be going forward to face Storm Academy in the next round, which is going to be happening just as soon as we can get them up and running. So I've got to get these graphics all changed around. We're going to go back to our starting soon screen. So sit tight, but you got a couple minutes. So if you want to grab a snack, you want to grab some water, now's the time. I will be back soon. So thank you very much for hanging out. Yeah, we're going to do the graphic stuff. See you soon.